Hello there, how are you doing? Welcome back to Slam Motion. So guys, in today's video, we are going to discuss did Steve Martin and Martin Short call Jimmy Fallon out for being fake with interview guests. Are you guys excited? So let's get started. So keep up with me till the end, comment right below this video, subscribe if you still haven't, and turn on the post notification for more videos. Since Steve Martin and Martin Short have both been famous for decades, they have made countless talk show appearances between them. In some cases, those interviews have gone down in history, like the time Steve Martin paid tribute to David Letterman. Over the last several years, Steve Martin and Martin Short have been working together, so they made talk show appearances together. During one of Steve Martin and Martin Short's appearances on The Tonight Show, the host Jimmy Fallon may have been called out for being phony. Are Steve Martin and Martin Short really friends? Since 2021, Steve Martin and Martin Short have been co-starring in Only Murders in the Building together alongside Selena Gomez. Before that, the two legends have been touring and performing comedy for adoring fans since 2015. As anyone familiar with Steve Martin and Short's careers should already know, the two men began working together off and on several decades ago. Between movies like Three Amigos and The Father of the Bride films, they have proven to be fantastic when they share a screen. Throughout music history, however, it has been obvious that just because performers work together for years doesn't mean they actually like each other. With that in mind, it begs an obvious question: are Short and Steve Martin actually friends in real life? Since Short and Steve Martin have very sarcastic senses of humor, fans don't expect them to regularly pay sincere tribute to each other. Instead, Short has a long history of mocking Steve Martin in public and vice versa. Thankfully for fans who want to know the truth, Steve Martin and Short have rarely been sincere about their bond. In 2021, Short explained to InStyle that he and Steve Martin have remained close ever since the two of them and Chevy Chase began socializing. If you make someone laugh or they make you laugh, you want more of that. When the film wrapped, we started having dinners, the three of us and our wives, and it just continued on. There was ever a phase where I didn't see Steve for a couple of years. Because Steve Martin was being interviewed by InStyle at the same time, he chimed in to reveal when his friendship with Short went to another level. We worked together in the Father of the Bride movies, so when we're together more and had time to really develop a friendship. Did Steve Martin and Martin Short call Jimmy Fallon phony? Since Jimmy Fallon joined the cast of Saturday Night Live in 1998, he has amassed a massive fan following. As a result, Fallon has been able to enjoy an incredible amount of success as a performer and host. In 2009, Fallon began hosting Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, and it didn't take long for it to seem like NBC loved working with him. After years of hosting that show, Fallon got a promotion when he took over the most legendary talk show in history, The Tonight Show. While all of that success allowed Fallon to amass an incredible fortune, there is no doubt that fame can be a double-edged sword. For all of Fallon's fans and followers, there is no denying that he has just as many, if not more, detractors in the world. Unsurprisingly, Fallon's staff have criticized him in the past, including the time he was called out for how he handled the writers' strike. That aside, the truth is that many members of Fallon's staff are very complimentary of him. Of course, cynical people could conclude that Fallon's staffers compliment him in public simply to maintain connections. While that is a reasonable suspicion, the reality is that if Fallon's staff hated him and thought he is phony, the world would almost certainly know that. Over the last several years, James Corden and Ellen DeGeneres have both been called out for how they treat people. If staffers couldn't stand Fallon, they would leak stories about him to the press or outright call them out in public. No matter if Fallon's staffers love him or think he is fake, many viewers have drawn their own conclusions. In many cases, viewers have come to believe that Fallon is somewhat phony at the very least, since they find it hard to believe he actually is as enthusiastic as he comes across on the show. So guys, this was all about today's video. Share as much as you can. That really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With this, we end our video. Hope you liked the video.